Hello my brothers and sisters of the Order, welcome back to the Order. I am Celtic Templar, and welcome to one of our first videos on, well, history and filming. And today, y'all, we're going to be covering a highly requested one for y'all, because this is back when I asked y'all before July, I asked y'all of what film we should actually cover, and majority of y'all asked, or pretty much voted, well, Saving Private Ryan. Now what we're first going to cover is part one, is the Omaha beach landing. And in doing so, I want to put this out here. We are going to be doing a historical breakdown and reaction to what they got right and what they got wrong in this movie. Now, I pretty much already hear YouTube stupidity out here, because one, I did try to do the Patriot film history review on it. Problem is, YouTube said I had one of... I think it was like copyright, which makes no sense. Secondly, that apparently I was pirating, which also makes no sense. Because, one, this is a historical reaction and review. YouTube, fix your crap before it's too late. Because, one, this is why nobody's wanting to watch any of your crap anymore. But, yeah. Let's get right down into it. And let's get into Omaha beach landing, shall we? Okay, Dog Green Sector, Omaha Beach. This is actually one I want to put out. Okay. One major thing I want to put out here. Already, I noticed, is one, there should have been a naval bombardment. We don't see that. Secondly, would be also in the said ships. These are supposed to be Higgins boats. Higgins boats actually carry around 36 men each. By what I saw, it was about only like 24, maybe. So, or 12. I don't know, but yeah. Also, but I'm actually told the makeshift Higgins boat they're using were actually Cold War era British manufactured naval transport ships that were used in the Falklands War. So yeah, this kind of explains it. Okay, they're a little too close though. But this is a good shot. Okay, trembling hands. That is actually... Some people actually get a little bit jitters. This is actually correct. Okay. Oh! I want to put this out here. Many people would ask what this weird thing is on their chest area. This is actually a gas mask, waterproof gas mask container, which means this actually is where they had their gas mask, just in case. So they got this 100% correct. This is all the Rangers. I do like this. Don't know why the guy's putting chewing tobacco in. Okay! Oh! This is actually accurate! Puking! This is actually accurate, because at Omaha Beach, it's actually stated that the majority of at least 2/3 of the entirety of the United States military were puking because they had had a big breakfast before the invasion. In fact, many of them believed that it was going to be a cakewalk. Thing is, it wasn't. And the fact is, only like 1/3 actually managed to make it ashore without puking. In fact, some of them were so bad, puked so much that they couldn't even crawl to safety. But yeah, we should be hearing naval bombard, like literally we should hear naval cannons firing. I don't hear that for some reason. Okay, this guy. There are two things I see wrong here. One would be the fact that we don't see any like literally, where is the rest of the naval fleet? We just see the, like literally, there's CG, like, cause why do I even try to even explain this? But yeah, Hollywood, literally, you had the budget to do this, to make this film. Where are the naval ships? You should have been able to put in cannon fire going off. You should have been able to see, well, other than a few of these naval craft. And also, this guy is an American. Why does this count? Simple. These were actually, the Higgins boats were piloted by British sailors, not by Americans. Okay, I want to put this out here. They're trying to actually make them, like, sound tactical or whatever. Thing is, though, these guys were complete noobs. I'm not kidding. These guys were actually newbies. And the fact is, these guys were training for the invasion of D-Day from 1942 to 1944. Thing is, though, they were originally preparing to actually invade mainland Italy. Thing is, though, it was called off for the invasion of France. Now, also people will ask, what does this word murder hole mean? The term murder hole is actually this type of meaning of a crater area that's actually caused by a mortar, or in this case, mortar hole. But the United States military, especially the Big Red One, after Sicily, started calling them murder holes. Because one, the machine gunners that were placed in such said areas could easily slaughter them. So, yeah. Okay, now we hear cannon fire, which makes no sense. Okay, look at these guys. These guys look older. Well, here's the thing. 20-year-olds looked a lot different compared to modern day 20-year-olds. They looked a lot older, so they got this correct. But these guys should be cheering and happy. Some of them even had their heads over the said parts of the ships. Because if this was the bigger one, I can understand. But these are Rangers, so yeah. Ah! Yeah, that is probably the most horrifying thing you could ever see in a movie. And I have to say, this is accurate. How horrifying this was. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. Wait a minute. Let's get that in frame. These guys are supposed to be the first guys on the beach. Yet, I'm seeing bodies that were already strewn. I guess these were trying to be, like, say, guys that already ran out. But the thing is, I want to put this out here. The weird thing is, when the Allied forces landed, they had actually landed with no gunfire until the second wave came in. So, yeah, they kind of get this a little wrong. But it's understandable. Okay, yeah, they're yelling, go over the side. A lot of them do this. Okay, one major thing I want to put this out here. Many people wonder, this tower system looks correct. Problem is, this weird tower bunker, they didn't use that as, well, that. The fact is, the Germans actually had entrenched positions. This bunker is actually a lookout position, which should have a radio antenna of some sort sticking out to actually inform artillery. Because though we don't see, like literally, we should be seeing machine gun fire along the sides of the bunker, but not coming from the bunker itself. As well, there were also inside cliff face areas where the bunker actually had. In other words, the internal makeshift of the bunker had machine guns on the sides of the cliff, like this image here, which gives us a real horrifying detail. In fact, some of them even had a surrounding side picture, so that way it's going to mow down the soldiers immediately. So, yeah. Okay, the water they're jumping into looks extremely deep. No, this is not how deep it was. It was actually only about, or at least from an ankle to about a knee high. So, yeah, these guys are dry. Okay, bullets whizzing for the water. You can see them, but the thing is, they would stop directly in the water, so they get this is a little wrong. Guys drowning. This is, like, definitely the biggest, dumbest part here. Now, I can imagine this if they were further out in sea, but if too close to the beachhead, no. So yeah, they got this a little wrong. Okay. Yeah, we're seeing guys taking cover. That's actually somewhat accurate. But as I said, these guys were around waterways that had low tide. Oh, no, I just realized something. Oh, no, that is sticking out the wrong way. If none of y'all know what I'm talking about, it's this weird beanpole option thing. This little thing, if many people will understand what it is, this was actually supposed to be facing the other way. Instead of it pointing out towards sea, it was pointing out towards the German. In doing so, when it comes to high tide, for example, and a said Higgins boat or whatever comes up, for example, like say like so, guess what? There are going to be mines attached to this that as soon as it goes up the ramp piece, guess what? It either capsizes it or worse, blows it up. So it would have been awesome to see that, have that on there, but no, they don't. Okay, these guys would have been slaughtered if they bunched up. They can't bunch up like this. Because look, they're just like bunched up. I can see that big group. There's going to be a slaughter fest. Oh, just imagine storming the beaches like this. This is probably the most horrifying thing. Okay, this is more accurate to how it would have looked. Some guys running, but majority of times they were crawling to safety, not running. Because look at this. These guys are, like, this entire big group, I would have ended up using a machine gun, especially Hitler's bus on, mowed them down in a matter of seconds. Oh, this is the most horrifying thing you can ever witness. By far, this is actually probably the most realistic, somehow. The most realistic beach landing I've ever seen in films, mostly. Other than The Longest Day. Oh, and the big boom. No, that's not what flamethrower... That's what happens when you shoot a flamethrower. That doesn't happen. Pretty much the same part I started this. Oh, this is... I want to put this out here. This is actually somewhat correct. Some people actually had to find their limbs just on the other end. But I'm kind of wondering why the hell they were doing that. Because, well, it's kind of stupid. Okay, why are these guys wanting to know what the hell they're supposed to do? They're supposed to move forward. They don't hold bunch down in the trenches, like make a trench or whatever. They gotta keep moving. In fact, some soldiers actually stated the best thing to do was to crawl towards a said ridge area, that which was supposed to be a road system, or the dam breach, that which was to keep away from the high tide. Such as this image here from modern day Dog Green Beach. So, yeah. Okay, this entire scene like here, this would be a perfect shot for a mortar to hit them. Oh, this is correct. This is right here. That's beautiful. Historically, more beautiful. Okay, that is very accurate. Guys yelling for their mothers as they are dying. This is probably the most gruesome but yet accurate scene. Okay, I see the guns are also covered in plastic. That is correct. Okay, that's actually correct. They had to have engineers to do this. Okay, I think this guy might be Chinese or Japanese. This is actually kind of correct, because one, they would have Asians in Europe to fight against the Germans rather than have them in Asia, which was highly seen. So they got that correct. That is probably the most horrifying thing, because one, just imagine you're dragging your buddy to safety and he does... Yeah, that's kind of accurate. Oh my god! No! Oh, that was so bad. I don't know if any of you saw that, but if y'all saw this one guy with this big long stick, which he's actually holding a type of breach mine, here's the thing. That guy was in clear open view for getting shot. So why did... Oh, that's so stupid. Look, look. Okay, now they're running and such. Flamethrower correct. Okay, these guys should have been hit by the mortar and dead. Because one, it's a majority of shrapnel that gets you from the mortar, not a blast wave. Just having that first-person perspective of this is kind of horrifying. Okay, here's the thing. I want to put this out here, actually. They actually say DT tanks or any type of form of tanks. Here's the thing. At least 3 to 4 tanks actually arrived on Dog Green Beach, on Omaha. And in such, though, the majority of reason why, at least around, I want to say 8, actually were stated to have actually been sent, somewhere around 6 or 8 of them were sent out. Only around 3 or 4 actually made it ashore because of the seas themselves. In fact, one of them also was hit by German artillery. So, yeah. I don't know why they don't show them in this. But yeah, apparently this is supposed to take place in Ireland. The filming of this is supposed to take place in Ireland. So, I can see why they didn't get that much accuracy in there. I know I shouldn't laugh, but it's like in every film I've seen on World War II, it's like always a radio operator gets shot. Okay, medics taking care of the wounded. This is correct. They're trying to heal them. Wait, what? What are they doing? I can't see. What the hell are they doing? I don't think this is correct. Oh, no. Don't tell me they're actually performing surgery on this guy. I want to put this out here. That was not the role of a medic. They would not perform surgery on somebody in the middle of a combat zone. Especially to the fact this would actually only make it worse because, one, they can end up getting infestation from the said ground around them. So, yeah, the way they would actually do it is, one, they would patch them up pretty much with some sort of, well, bandages. I'm actually told they actually use some sort of glue. I'm not certain if that's correct, to pretty much hold the wound together and then drag them towards the said beachfront. In other words, to give them more cover. Problem is, we don't see them doing that. But yeah, they should also be using pretty much, I want to say also morphine, which I think they'll show it soon. But yeah, one major thing I want to put out here, this is not correct. Okay. Oh, China's getting hit. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't know if y'all saw that, but the Germans were shooting at the medics. Germans don't, like literally, the Germans and Italians of the Axis powers, literally the Western forces, did not do that during World War II. Anybody, even the Axis or allies in the Western theater, didn't do this because it was against the Geneva Convention. The ones that did do this were the Japanese. In fact, this actually forced the United States military to stop having their medics wear the said Red Cross insignia on their helmets. And as well, also on their arms. And as well, they also had to carry firearms. So, yeah, this is why it's very horrifying. That is probably the most irony type-based scene I ever see in this entire film. Okay, I want to put this out here. This scene, it actually makes sense. If none of y'all know what I'm talking about, they're confused on where their landing zone is or where they're supposed to go. this actually does happen because, one, the Germans didn't make this easy for them because some of the soldiers were actually stated to have zigzagged their way from one point to the other, or as well got knocked off course because of the weather, mainly from the tide that pushed some of the Higgins boats towards the side. And this was probably the most horrifying thing about it, is that at least about 3 to 5, like I think there was like one guy from like the Big Red One who accidentally ended up running into the Rangers in their position rather than in his own. By the time he realized it, it was actually hilarious. He had ended up having to follow the Rangers until he could meet up back with his squad, and which was the second day. So yeah, he was also labeled as KIA. So that's hilariously messed up if you think about it. But yeah, at least around 5% of the entirety of the landing force, mainly for the United States military, had that problem. British and Canadian, on the hand, not so much. Seeing the fact that y'all, like literally, if anybody from UK or Canada is watching this, here's the thing. Y'all had it easy. Us at, like, our boys at Omaha and Utah Beach, we got slaughtered. Y'all at Sword and Juno Beach, y'all could just walk towards the beach like nothing. Okay, this is probably the most dumbest thing I can ever explain how stupid this is. But apparently, they actually lost more. Like, I find this very hilarious because apparently the British and Canadian forces lost more men on the landing on the beaches. Like, so many men on the landing beaches, like nearly as much as the American forces. But the thing is, they were lightly defended by the Germans compared to Omaha and Utah Beach. So yeah, that's scary as hell. Oh! That scene never gets any easier for me to watch. Okay, this was actually correct. Guys would go over there, carry their buddies out, and bring weapons or ammo with them. Okay, as I explained, this guy, he lost his BAR. That's actually self-explanatory. He lost it while he was getting out of the... Oh, Bangalores! These things are really scary. These are accurate. Problem is, I want to put this out here. These things are very dangerous. Bangalores are very dangerous. And also, my fellow YouTuber, John... who has his own, who has done a video on it. I'll leave a link down below. Oh, which, right here is a good image of it. He's done a review on it, and yes, these things were used from World War I, pretty much from late World War I to World War II. And there is a weird story about it that apparently if you shoot the tip of the Bangalore, I don't know if this is true, I really don't know. This is just some idiot myth I've heard. I don't know if it's true or not. But apparently, if a well-placed sniper round hits the tip of the Bangalore, apparently it's been known to explode. I don't know. I don't know if that's true. It's the weirdest myth I have ever heard from World War II. One of the weirdest. So, yeah. Bangers. That's a slang for him. That's correct. Oh, that's correct. They would actually do that to get rid of the sand and dirt, whatever, out of their magazines, especially if it comes to a beach landing. That's correct. Oh. Having to clamp the artery, that is not easy in the middle of combat zone. Oh! Okay, why did he remove his helmet? This is the most dumbest thing anyone could ever do in the middle of a battlefield. Eesh. Okay, so we see Germans running with MG-42s. Okay, not a very good position for the German machine gun position, because I just see a big tower of sandbags. That's not what it looked like. Literally, I can see it from, like, right here. Okay, we should be seeing, like, German machine gun in place, sandbags, like a trench line somewhat. But, no, we don't see it. Okay, as you can tell with that weird sandbag thing, That pillbox, I can clearly see it. That's not how it was done. They would have in-dug trenches with sandbags around the said machine gunner. In other words, he's fully covered. But no, they don't do it correctly, so it's stupid. They just have him probably standing up, which makes no sense. Good, let's see if we can get a good shot. Okay. Yeah, no, that's not how it would look. No. Spielberg, you're killing me here. Because one, as I said, they should be more dug into the ground, not above the ground. They have to have more direct cover. Because one, the Germans were worried, especially Rommel was worried, that one, when planes fly over or naval bombardment, guess what? These guys are going to get killed. In fact, anybody in World War II knows this. In fact, anybody from World War I knows how to properly make a pillbox, especially on a beachhead. 2 MG-42s. Why would you need 2 MG-42s? You just need one for that one purpose area. They're pinned down. How could they even move to that area? One, the MG-42 should be firing machine gun bullets right at them. In this entire scene, these guys would have been slaughtered in a matter of seconds. Like right here, this would be... A machine gunner could easily shoot back. I want to put this out here. Captain Dale Dye actually directed these guys on how to use the weapons properly and all the motions and such, which he was a former soldier in the United States military and an officer in the United States military, and it's actually also in this film. I think he plays as a colonel, I think. I'll leave his image here so that you know who he is. See, this is why you have to have the entire face covered. Okay, correct. This is actually correct. Priests are actually saying the last rites to the person that are dying and such. This is correct. Oh, beautiful. Guys praying. So this is correct. Oh, what the freaking hell was in that bullet? 50 BMG? I want to put this out here. Sandbags were manufactured to stop bullets for a reason. So what the hell did he shoot it with? So one, a 30-06 bullet is not known to pretty much cause an explosion like that. I don't know. What the hell? Spielberg, what the hell did you do? Okay, I think they've been killed enough. Because this is overkill. Okay, we have German trenches on the rear. Kind of correct, kind of wrong. I mean, there should be intertwined trenches here and there, but I don't see them. Okay, why aren't these Rangers getting shot by the guys that were in the trenches? Okay, this scene I don't understand. It's like they're exposing their flank to these Germans that are popping right out of the side. They could just have had stayed right there and thrown grenades into the bunker with no little problem. Why? Why? Oh yeah, German sees his buddy get shot outside. Two guys are gonna charge out. That's so stupid. M1 flamethrower, kind of correct. It looks a little big though compared to what it's supposed to look like. I don't know if it would have been that much. Okay, these guys would have actually been dead without a question of a doubt. Because one, all the oxygen gets sucked out when it comes to fire. So, yeah. Okay, I think the guy is yelling at him, like saying, "What the hell Oh, you son of a... Oh, that would make so much sense, though. But yeah, this is just showing that the Germans are stupid, but the thing is they weren't. They held the line in such a ferocious manner that the Rangers lost a lot of men. Okay, we should be seeing a camo net over this area, but no, they don't show it. Like, literally, that's what these weird beams are for. I talked about this in my Vanguard video. God, they're just overdoing it. Okay, people are going to wonder what the hell this actually says. These guys are actually not Germans. They are actually Czech. Now, here's the problem. Which people don't realize this, but apparently Spielberg does not like to put in subtitles or whatever. But these guys are actually Czech, which is actually correct. In fact, we don't just actually have Germans, we also have Czechs, we have Vichy French, we even have Poles, and as well, we even have a known Korean, that's right, a Korean from Korea, when he got captured by the Japanese, and ended up fighting for the Japanese army, the Soviet army, and finally for the Germans, and was captured here at D-Day. So, it's kind of hilarious, though, but yeah, this is kind of really weird why they don't actually, I don't know why. Oh my god, that is the most retarded idea anyone has ever come up with. Why is he shooting the prisoners? They had surrendered! Oh my god! It's like watching Vanguard again. Right, the reason I say this is because, one, instead of them saying Nazi, they're going to shoot every German thinking that they are a Nazi. This is stupid. Okay, I want to put this out here. The German artillery pieces at Dog Green were actually missing. The Rangers actually stated that the Krauts had actually moved the said guns somewhere else. Their words, not mine. And the fact is, they were actually correct. These were heavy German guns, and the reason they moved them was because they found out that they were extreme targets for Allied bombers. So they moved them at least a couple miles back, and actually covered them up such in a way that, one, aviators couldn't even see them. So yeah. Okay, I want to put this out here. Hitler Youth Knife. If now you know what the Hitler Youth is, these guys were technically the German version of the Scouts, of the American Scouts. However, while the United States was using boys and girls in their own separate areas, like they pretty much should be still, I still believe they should be, because for one major reason, the Germans, in the Hitler Youth, it was quite common for the German Hitler Youth boys and girls to have sex, especially also with their counselors. I'm not kidding. That's what Adolf Hitler wanted them to do. They wanted the females to breed the next line of Aryans. Can somebody explain to me how messed up that is? Because it's this... This is why I'm never, like, if I end up having kids, I know one thing, I'm never going to allow them going into Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts. Here's the thing, I don't trust the modern day America for knowing how bad it's gotten. So yeah. So yeah, maybe people would say, Templar, why wouldn't you do that? Simple! It might end up just like this. Because one, my father was actually in Boy Scouts himself, and even he stated that there were a couple of times he has actually heard that apparently the counselors, or whatever, ended up raping the boys. By the time the cops were informed, it was a little too late. The boys had been abused or whatever. Lucky my dad got out of it without any problem. Problem is, think of what's happening right now in modern day America. Now girls are going to be raped by the males, when it's supposed to be an all-girls group. See my point? This is why I don't like modern-day America, with its idealisms. So yeah. Okay. I'm kind of wondering, what... I think he's saying like something about Holocaust survivor? Here's the thing. The Allies didn't know anything about the Holocaust until 1945 when they were actually moving into Germany. Oy. Oy vey. Okay, people are wondering what the hell he's doing with the dirt here. You'll see what happens real soon. France, so tin cups. Okay, Africa and Italy. Okay, as I said, these guys were preparing for the Normandy invasion from 1942 to 1944. Meaning these guys might never have even seen Italy, let alone even Africa. In fact, the majority of the times they were even in the States, so I don't know why they have them here. I can assume if this was the Big Red 1, then yes. So yeah, it's like somebody just took the Rangers logo and stamped it over the Big Red 1. But anyways, guys, hopefully you liked this video. Like and subscribe for more. And also click that bell button for notifications if y'all want to actually, well, see our next video of part 2. Which should be around pretty much hopefully by next weekend. Oh God, help me if I can even, Now I want to put this out here though. Did Spielberg get it correct? Yes and no. There were a lot of parts he got wrong and a lot of parts he got right. But the problem is there were a lot of problems. So yeah. But yeah, part 2 should be covering pretty much the battle scene in the town and probably even the radio antenna area. And then we'll have part 3, which will be the final battle. But hopefully see y'all in the next one. Like and subscribe for more, as I said. And I'll hopefully see y'all very soon. Anyways, guys, this has been Celtic Templar. Have a great day.